Bob Iger would like you to believe that everything is peachy keen at the Magic Kingdom when it comes to what will be seen as a response to Epic Universe. They've been working on it for a decade, he would tell you. But behind the scenes, things are much more chaotic. An effort already under the way to try to fix the PR disaster that is Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and to get all of those who were once critical back on the good boat Disney. Folks, we've got exclusives, we've got rumors. Hang tight, we'll tell it to you all. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. We are, as ever, excited to have you with us today. Your time is important, and we plan to elevate what you know and the joy you have. Explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve is the job here, and we begin with MickeyViews.com. Braden from Mickey Views is the author of this one, and of all of those channels out there that cover Disney and Disney rumors that are not part of that park place, we got to say, what Braden does is excellent. So let's get into this. He has a rumor about Radiator Springs racers coming to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about why this is chaos, how it is not the kind of response you would want to see to Epic Universe, and how Disney has, well, apparently a plan to get everybody back on board with them, or so it will seem. According to exclusive reports available to Mickey Views, sources allege that the Magic Kingdom's long-teased, largest expansion ever may include an already famous Disney attraction. Rumor says, when Disney began considering retheming Frontierland at Walt Disney World into the Bayou, Imagineers realized the desert-themed Big Thunder Mountain was left without a land. Oh, it was left all alone. As a remedy to this problem, Mickey Views has previously reported that Disney is developing a desert-themed land for the Magic Kingdom. Of course, they already had that. It was called Frontierland. At the D23 Expo in 2022, Parks Chairman Josh DeMauro teased this land. The area, referred to as Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, also incorporating a villain section which would feature Encanto and Kocho attractions. Now, that is gone because, of course, those moved to Animal Kingdom, which means that was all nonsense and blue sky. But take a look at this map, folks. This really matters. I want to show you what's going on here. First of all, the Walt Disney Company is not interested any longer in Frontierland and Magic Kingdom. That's what I'm hearing. They don't like cowboys and Indians. They don't like any references back to it. And not only that, they don't care any longer for Americana, it would seem. So, changing it so that it's just Liberty Square, which would be the colonial era, and then having a bayou takeover at the end of Liberty Square, bye-bye Frontierland. Well, that would then lead you to a desert land, which would be Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Radio Springs Racers, and maybe a Woody attraction from Toy Story. And then villains would be going behind Haunted Mansion. But again, take a look at this. This reminds me of the Epcot changes, and I do not like the Epcot changes, and I don't like them for reasons that go far beyond subjective opinion. The Magic Kingdom is divided into very well-known lands. And folks, I would hesitate to change those very well-known lands. They're also easily delineated. That means that when you're in Frontierland, you know you're in Frontierland, and it's easy to navigate the park because of that. Compare that now with what Epcot has become. Epcot now is divided into World Discovery and World Nature and World Celebration. No one knows what those lands are or worlds, and no one knows what they mean, and so nobody pays attention to them whatsoever. And that's why Epcot is a navigatable mess right now, because folks just go to the pavilions and there's no cohesion, there's no unifying force that connects these things together. And this is what will happen if we go with this. You are now going to have 4 lands. Now remember, there are basically 4 or 5 major lands in the Magic Kingdom, right? You've got Tomorrowland and Main Street, you've got Fantasyland. Let's upgrade it. Okay, so it's 6 or so. Storybook Circus is kind of a small thing. I don't really consider it to be a full-on land. And I've never thought that Liberty Square should be considered a full-on land because it's just so small. And what you're going to do is you're going to divide now Liberty Square and Frontierland into 4, count them, 4 different lands. This is Epcot all over again. But that's not all, folks, because, well, what would be in the desert? Radiator Springs and a Woody attraction to go along with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. The problem here is that, again, this is a convoluted mess that would mess up the Magic Kingdom. And it speaks to the hodgepodge potpourri idea that Disney currently has, which is got a problem? Throw an IP at it. Got a land that doesn't work? Throw an IP at it. Did you just destroy the most popular attraction in the world with your own IP? Not a problem. Throw more IPs at it. And that's what we have here. If we were to put Radiator Springs Racers north of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, everyone loves Radiator Springs Racers from Disney's California Adventure. The issue would be, well, it doesn't fit in that timeline at all. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, because it's part of Frontierland, is a call to the past. Radiator Springs is a call to a cartoon present. And that will be very strange. You want to know how you can make it stranger? Destroy Tom Sawyer's Island, destroy Rivers of America, and put there a Woody attraction, which is based on a toy that comes to life. Now you've got a desert land that makes absolutely no sense in any context whatsoever, unless you just consider theme parks from Disney to be a place to throw a hodgepodge of IPs in every direction possible. Frankly, this is how you get Hollywood Studios, which is, in my opinion now, easily the worst Disney theme park in North America. It is literally spaghetti on the wall of throwing stuff at it, and there's no rhyme, no reason, no nothing, and only remnants of a past where cohesion existed. Now, I want Magic Kingdom to have increased capacity. I want this park to have more things to do. I want fantastic experiences, and I love Radiator Springs Racers. I think it's one of the greatest rides Disney has ever made. But this does not work. This is not the way to go forward with the Magic Kingdom. But what do you do, folks, when you have a problem that you just can't seem to fix because you're throwing spaghetti trying to stop Epic Universe? Let's go now to the Patreon, the Pro Patreon, and check this out, folks. New WDI media position starts working magic with influencers. Folks, we're heading into rumor and speculation territory because I can only report on what people have told me. WDI and Disney have not reached out to us with this same kind of offer, but this is what we're hearing from our friends. Could they be lying? Sure, but here's what they say. Not so long ago, we told you that Walt Disney Imagineering was busying itself hiring a PR person to fix the broken image of Disney Parks' new attractions. Privately and somewhat publicly, we've also wondered if said PR person would go negative on critics. So far, that hasn't been the case, but they are definitely gearing up to make as much positivity surrounding Tiana's Bayou Adventure as they possibly can in the next 2 months. And don't get us wrong, folks, we're not begrudging Disney for doing that. It's common sense that they would want as many people as possible to like an attraction change. It's a deeply wounding problem if Tiana's Bayou Adventure turns out to be a bust. However, one thing that we all need to be paying attention to is a message that is being sent our way, and it says this. People are saying that many of the Disney vlogs, blogs, and channels that have been critical in the past are being welcomed back into the fold. But, allegedly, to get back into Disney's media past good graces, there are some caveats. And unfortunately, many of these outlets are said to be very happy to comply with whatever is being asked of them now. And that's because they need early access. Videos, articles, you get the idea. They want to be TikToking right there as soon as they are allowed to get in with the rest of the press. They want to be there when the ribbon is cut for Tiana. So here's pragmatically what that means. It means that across so many of the websites, even those that have been somewhat critical in the past, you're going to hear talking points probably. Disney knew about Epic Universe for a decade and was always prepared. That's the big one they want you to believe. They also want you to believe that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be amazing no matter what the quality is. Rave reviews are on the way. And if you don't like Tiana's Bayou Adventure, you can count on those places being the ones who tell you that you are wrong. It won't be Disney because, well, Disney doesn't like to get dirty. Finally, folks, when things go poorly for the House of Mouse and for the Magic Kingdom, take a look at this beautiful redesign of thatparkplace.com. So nice! Great job, John Trent, and great job, Jonathan, who was the lead on getting this looking this nicely. Disney allegedly blames Florida for the failure of the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. It's an article out today on That Park Place that you definitely should read if you're interested in Disney parks and strategies going forward. It says, when things do not go well in a spectacular fashion, why not blame your frequent enemies? And what is it talking about? It's talking about the fact that it was decided at Disney that they wanted to focus almost entirely on the sequel trilogy. And so they made their hotel also be in the sequel trilogy. It turns out people don't like the sequel trilogy, and they didn't want to go LARP around for 2 days at ultra high prices to see Rey save the day. They didn't care. If you'd put Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader there, things would have been different. But all of that is water under the bridge. What do you do when your hotel is such a failure you can't keep it open? You blame somebody else. You blame somebody else. So let's take a look at what it says. It says, unfortunately for him in Central Florida, Walt Disney Imagineering, under the DEI guidance of Carmen Smith, has become a hotbed of partisanship. As a result, WDI folks working in Glendale were so angry that they threatened to quit rather than be forced to live in a red state. It's talking about Chapek trying to send Imagineering to Disney World because he said, hey, this place is driving a third of the entire company's profits. We need to get folks over there making stuff for Disney World. Bob Iger is back, of course, and he has different thoughts on Disney, Florida, parks, and more. According to our source, now that Iger is fully in control again, power has shifted dramatically to WDI Glendale and away from Florida. The Floridian workers who were given the task of creating a 2-day sequel trilogy hotel experience are blamed because relatively nobody wanted a sequel trilogy extravaganza. It goes on to talk about the issue of what would have happened if they had Luke Skywalker. As a result of all of this, internally, it isn't Lucasfilm or Josh D'Amaro that take the blame for the Star Wars hotel. It isn't Bob Iger. It isn't even Imagineering at large. Rather, according to the highly placed source, it is the state of Florida and the Imagineers who live there who are at fault. And that means Hollywood and Bob Iger ultimately will use this opportunity to have even more control over attractions in the future. It doesn't matter that they were always at fault for this from the beginning. And to go back to Mickey Views, folks, that's what you're seeing right now. This is how you get here. This is how you get the utter mismanagement of what Disney World might be in the future. Is when you have folks from Glendale who are coming in, when you have folks like Bob Iger who just say, throw an IP at it. They don't care about Walt's original vision. They don't care about the aesthetics. They don't care about the cohesion. They don't care about the storytelling so much. They just care about throw an IP at it. And this, while I love seeing expansion at Magic Kingdom, this is a horrendous way to go about doing it. The Tiana's Bayou Adventure was not the right way to go about doing that. Tiana should have had her own ride, and it should have been amazing, and it should have been authentic to the very flat New Orleans and to the Bayou, not a mountain. That's insane. It's like giving a ride that gives tribute to Kansas, and you use the Matterhorn. That's nuts. That's crazy. But this is where we are, and get ready, folks, because a deluge is on the way of good reporting and excellent content from all of those articles and vlogs and blogs and YouTubers telling us that we're all crazy. Disney always knew Epic Universe was coming. This was always the plan. Everything is sunshine and rainbows and great and wow. And why? Because they get early access yet again. So mission accomplished thus far by WDI and their PR person. Keep it up, but we'll keep telling the truth. And we congratulate and celebrate Braden of Mickey Views having this exclusive scoop. Not us this time. We're coming for you, though, Braden. We're watching. We're going to get some scoops on Disney parks real soon. All right, folks. If you like content like this, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below, and let us know your thoughts. And folks, don't forget that we've got a special edition of The Pro Show live Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it, not for a second. And thatparkplace.com, of course, with a completely new redesign, new functionality, everything that you've been asking for a premier pop culture news website. We're coming for you, IGN. We're coming for you, Kotaku, and all the rest. But not for Mickey Views. We love Mickey Views. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing. And as always, keep having fun.
Clickbait. Fraud. Drama queen. Ugh, I wish there was a channel that was 5 to 6 minute news reads without the drama, frauds, and clickbait that could accurately let me know the current news, providing my crucial context utilizing all the different That Park Place contributors and creators.
Well, stupid. There is. It's the That Park Place YouTube channel, which will be going live real soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you can really stick it to the algorithms.
You're joking.
Nope.